Good Sunday morning. I'm CJ. This is the Amish Potato. A few things on my mind today. Let's get in it. First of all, have you noticed the new background? If I would wear, if I would go get a hat that matches, I would look like a 1920s explorer slash archaeologist, which I think would be a fun job. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, and I'll change it if you guys hate it. Favorite band for the last while has been Wolves at the Gate, a Christian rock band, especially the songs No Tomorrow, Lowly Man, and Fountains. Most listened to song for last week has been a non-Christian band, Humankind. The song was No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky. That does have some explicit language, so careful who's within earshot. My Ford Ranger that I drive, they come with some horrible audio. Let's just say horrible audio. They're cheap work trucks. The '02 Ford Ranger I have. Not the new ones. I'm assuming the new ones are different. So I upgraded the stereo. I just put a cheaper Pioneer in it, but it has the 8-10 band equalizer. I don't know, something like that. And I added a used jail audio powered subwoofer, 10-inch. And it sounds crispy and nice, and I like it. No Man's Sky sounds exceptionally good on there. Some of you may have hoped I would say my favorite band is Nickelback, but that's never going to be the case. And now I have to go wash my mouth out with soap just for mentioning their name. All right, much better. We recently went on a backpacking trip. This summer I needed a break. I needed to smell the pines. I needed to get out there and camp in the woods. And it didn't happen on the 4th of July. Me, my wife, and child and dog were headed for the Upper Peninsula. We were going to go up to Pictured Rocks. And we never made it out of town before we ran smack dab and T-bone total our car. However, just last weekend, me and my brother and two of my brothers and a brother-in-law to be went backpacking up in Manistee National Forest up in Michigan. We walked the Manistee River Trail. It was a perfect weekend. It was one of my favorite backpacking hikes. All that was missing was rocky mountain peaks in the background. We walked along this trail. We walked along this trail, of course. We walked along this river, the Manistee River, and we crossed many little creeks. Going across, it was not strenuous. There was some uphill, but a lot of flat, and gorgeous. It was gorgeous. It reminded me of a river trail out west, other than, you didn't have the hills and the peaks in the background as much. We had 2 8-year-old nephews with us. We did 20 miles in 3 days. They did really good, and they had a blast. I don't know if I've ever had a couple boys have that much fun. That would have been a blast as a kid doing that. The weather was perfect. It was 70 the first day. We woke up Sunday morning to, it was no warmer than 40 degrees, maybe chillier, I don't know. And then Sunday warmed up though to the mid 70s, and then that night was warmer. But the campsites were awesome. The weather was clear skies. It was perfect. It was awesome. I got my woods pine smell, dirtiness in it. There's nothing like laying in a creek to take a bath, or jumping in a cold river to take a bath. I didn't know Michigan had that one creek we camped next to. Was cold. It was ice cold. It was as cold, like it must have been in the mid 50s. If not, I don't know. It felt colder, but it was cold spring water from somewhere. I didn't know Michigan. I didn't know the Midwest had that cold of water. But yeah, if you stood in it, your feet went numb. But yeah, we all except for my one brother, we all dipped down under. all the way under, and that, in my opinion, is worse than an ice bath. I've done the ice bath thing, the ice soak, the ice plunge in a deep freeze. And when you do it in deep freeze, even though the water temperature was like 38 degrees, you sit in there, it takes your breath away. But you sit in there and you don't move, and it kind of creates this pocket of warmth around you. Well, in a river, that water's flowing, so there's no pocket of warmth. It is cold. It's cold. But yeah, we had fun. It was awesome. We might go again this year if the weather holds long enough. Let me know what you guys are up to in the comments. And also remember, I have that Amazon affiliates link in the description below. If you purchase through that link, there's no extra charge to you, but I get a little bit of kickback. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. I'm CJ. This is the Amish Potato.